Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the BYU Cougars and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Alabama's head coach told me before the game, one of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop. They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Guys?
Okay, Holly. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Russell on play action. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go out and make a statement today.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Not a lot of room to field this one. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Running inside. It's Martin. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Got his man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They'll run it from the gun.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. They'll go to the air. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. A man still down after that last play. There is an injured BYU Cougar. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And this is something quarterbacks and receivers practice, guys, all week long, too. When plays break down, getting back on the same page and finding a place to go with the football. 4th down, scramble play. They come up with it, and the drive stays alive.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like he'll get a win because he'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that field fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Catch in the middle. It's Bachmeier. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. To throw, it's Bachmeier. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Under fire. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They go play action with Russell. Pressure coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Isn't the play-action fake supposed to make those guys take a half a beat before they come and destroy the quarterback?
Yes, trying to slow him down as much as possible, but it's predicated, too, on me reading that and me seeing it, and they didn't bite it at all. You better run the football effectively if you're going to run play-action, because they did not bite on the play-action fake at all.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. It's complete. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct.
Snags it, and he's open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing Russell. Here's a heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Fires to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. The sure hands. It's Botmeyer. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Botmeyer. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he wants it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Russell. Got his man on the right. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Reads it, fires complete. There he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Ball that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Throws to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Handoff to the lone back.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. A strike downfield. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. They'll run it. It's Riley. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And if anything, this offense has proven one thing, man. They're stubborn. Like, they're going to continue to run the football. That's who they are. That's the identity. They haven't shown great numbers, and they haven't done an elite job, but sticking with it, make this defense play honest. Now here in a 3rd and short situation, will they do it again? They'll still have 4th down afterwards, but they're being pretty stubborn with the run game.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Keelan Russell. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown time!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, we're kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the lone running back.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Complete to the right. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. And run inside. It's Riley. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Throwing Russell. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Poor mechanics by the quarterback lead to that fumble. You've got to keep 2 hands on the ball. You know those D linemen are trying to swat away at it, and they were able to force that turnover.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Caught over the middle, it's Lyons. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a 1st down. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Looking for his man. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
The give. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down because the RPO game's been a problem.
Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Release to the back. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Now, a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
He's moving out of the pocket. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got...
But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The give to the back. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 7 team, the Auburn Tigers. And it's the Sooners who finish off the victory to get to 4-1. They led this one at halftime. They held off a second-half comeback attempt. This group has to be feeling good.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense.
There's a crease. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. Finds his man. It's Casper.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
They'll keep it on the ground. Turning it on. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, BYU.
And you got to love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
You give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. That made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run it.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Wide open downfield. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
The Cougars will use their 1st timeout here. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Barrels ahead. And he's in. Touchdown, Cougars!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. On the run from inside his own 5. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop, and maybe a crease. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Caught! Touchdown, Cougars! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Got his man. Snags it, and there's running room. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here. Taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. 4th down, Russell. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Russell. Got his man in the middle. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on third down. You've set up fourth. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on fourth down, hoping to get a touchdown.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Got room to work. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Now adjusting. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. A man still down after that last play. There is an injured BYU Cougar. That is their sophomore quarterback who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on him. Final play of the quarter coming. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Swings it out to his running back. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Got it behind the line. It's Casper. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
That's caught. It's Martin. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. The throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window. And you just say, hey, defense won that ball. Good coverage.
Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. They just keep firing. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Here's the pressure. Get it out on the screen. He gets it into the red zone, but not quite to the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 18, and it's 4th down.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Throws for the tight end. Snags it. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
They forged ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be 4th down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Touchdown, Cougars! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead.
4th and goal, gotta have it. Who do you go to? You give it to your playmaker. You give it to your quarterback. You trust him. You trust him handling the football. He does what he's supposed to do, gets downhill, makes the 4th down conversion, and they get in for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Alabama. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Rushes on him, chase to the right, at the 40, there he goes. Slides to the ground, he got away and picked up the 1st down on a 2nd and long.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
The Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Run in the red zone, it's Martin. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Martin. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, BYU! They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. On the move from inside his 5. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Keelan Russell fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Right back to him on the ground. Might have a chance. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Using his legs, it's Martin. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team just, they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're